tech has become more and more ingrained in our daily lives, but a cultural shift could be pushing back in favor of all things analog.
Yeah, we're talking streaming music versus cassettes, CDs, and vinyl records, with Gen Z and millennials leading the charge in this. So joining us live now for more on this trend is David Sax, author of the books The Revenge of Analog and The Future is Analog. Hey, David, great to see you. Thanks for joining us this morning. You argue
Good morning.
Good morning. You argue that analog is not dead. It's actually making a comeback. What's the biggest sign you're seeing that people are craving more, like a less digital life these days?
Well, I think it's the continued longevity of this trend. I mean, I think I was on the show, I don't know, 5-6 years ago talking about this. And every time I'm on a show or interviewed on the radio or interviewed in the newspaper, people are like, is this just a blip? Is this over? And then I end up speaking to the same journalists in the same places, 5-10 years later. And they're like, hey, record sales are still growing. Bookstores are still opening. What's going on? Why is this happening? I think people can't wrap their head around the fact that this is something that's not only a trend, but it's a continued thing that keeps growing, even though digital technology gets better and more popular.
How much of this do you think, David, is connected to social media and the kind of rejection in some cases that, people are living their lives or felt like they were living their lives on their phones, and then they're just kind of realizing this is a time waste, a time suck. It's not real life. Real life is more analog than digital.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course. Well, real life is analog, right? We're human beings. We're creatures on this earth. We have bodies. As long as that's true, then the things that we can touch and feel and do in person are going to resonate far more with us than anything you can project onto a screen. No offense to your producers and your show. And I don't think it's so much a rejection of social media because, you go on TikTok, for example, and there's thousands, if not millions of accounts of people showing photos of the books they've read, of the records they're spinning, talking about these things. I mean, book influencers on social media have kind of driven a renewed interest in reading for a big segment of the population across ages, across demographics, across genders. And so it's kind of intertwined. But the truth is this, when we got these things, right, 15 years ago or so, we're like, well, this is it. Everything's in there. That's all you need. You got your music, you can listen to you can read books, you can get all your news. You don't need anything else. You can even have your friends in there. You don't even need to see them. And after a while, that just gets boring. There's more to life than what we can project on a, 4-inch square rectangle or 4-inch rectangle.
Yeah.
And so we're searching for other things. We may still go on social media. We may still go on Instagram and TikTok and God forbid Facebook, and spend our time or do our work or connect with people or whatever. But we're still looking for things to complement that. And those things, analog things, whether they're older technologies like cassettes or just showing a VHS or vinyl records or board games, or newer ones, a Fujifilm Instax camera, which is something that's relatively recent and it's the best selling camera in the world. It's a film camera, right? It gives us something that's greater. It gives us something that's more stimulating than what our phones can give us.
Yeah. Okay, David, super quick question. We have to wrap. What's one analog habit you will never give up and a digital habit that you're trying to kick? 2 words.
Reading for sure. Yeah. Reading books. I had Kindles, I had ebooks for a couple of years, and I just prefer paper. It feels better. I remember it better. There's something about it. I love going to bookstores. I love buying books. I can't stop. It's a good addiction.
And Jen loves smelling them.
The smell, one of the number 1 and 2 reasons why people say they prefer paper books, and the sales of paper books are still overwhelming, 8 out of 10. What they sell is touch and smell, right? Because we're physical creatures.
Yeah.
The digital thing is doom scrolling the news.
Yeah.
I gave up social media and the news replaced it.
Oh, wow.
Not good for my
health. All right.
health.
Well, here you are on a new show. David Sax, appreciate your time this morning, and thanks for talking all things analog. We'll talk to you soon, I hope. Thanks.
Thank you, David.